When you buy an insurance policy, you're not just buying a product, are you? You're actually starting a relationship. But what kind of relationship is it? Is your agent a true partner who's got your back, or are they just the salesperson? Well, it turns out there's a science to telling the difference, and it all comes down to how and why they get in touch. So let's get into it. To really wrap our heads around this, let's start with a simple story. A tale of two different people. They both made the exact same smart decision to get life insurance. But from there, their stories went in completely different directions. So on the surface, Client A and Client B look the same. They both bought a policy. But check out the difference. Client A is pretty much left in the dark. Life happens, things change, and now they're wondering if the plan they bought is even the right one anymore. Client B, though? Totally different story. They feel supported, they feel seen. I mean, it seems pretty obvious who's happier, right? It's got to be Client B. But what if we could move beyond just a gut feeling? What if there was a way to actually measure the quality of that relationship? To put a score on it. Well, turns out there is. Way back in 1987, a couple of researchers, Crosby and Stevens, were wrestling with this exact same question. They wanted to figure out what really makes a great agent-client relationship, and they wanted to do it with data, not just feelings. So they created something called the Contact Frequency Scale. Now, I know that sounds a little academic, so let's just call it what it is. A relationship scorecard. It's basically a framework that pinpoints 8 specific ways an agent can interact with you, designed to find out what real, meaningful contact actually looks like. Okay, so let's break down this scorecard. What are these 8 magic contacts? We're going to walk through each one because these are the real building blocks of a solid, satisfying relationship with your agent. All right. The first category is all about building a real human connection. Stuff that goes beyond the fine print on the policy. These are the kinds of contacts that show your agent sees you as a person, not just a policy number on a spreadsheet. This is the foundation. It's the simple, "Hey, how are you doing?" call. It's about proactive care, just checking in to make sure you're happy before any problems pop up. Now this one is absolutely critical. Did you get married, have a kid, buy a new house? Life moves fast, and your insurance needs to keep up. A great agent makes it their business to stay on top of those changes with you. In this one, it might seem small, but it shows the power of a personal touch. A birthday card or a holiday note isn't going to change your coverage, but it shows you're more than just a name in a database. It builds loyalty, plain and simple. Okay, moving on to the second category, policy management. This is where we shift from the personal connection to the nuts and bolts of your actual plan. This is where a good agent steps up and acts like a true advisor, actively managing your coverage to make sure it's always working for you. And notice, this isn't about selling you something brand new. It's about optimizing what you already have. Maybe a tiny tweak here or a small adjustment there can make your current policy an even better fit for your life right now. This one's a level up. This is a full-blown strategy session. It's about taking a big picture look at your life, your goals, and making sure your entire insurance portfolio is working together efficiently. Now that is a real partnership. A big part of an agent's job isn't just selling, it's educating. This kind of contact is all about reinforcing the value of the decisions you've already made, explaining the long-term benefits, and giving you confidence in your financial plan. All right, the third and final category is new business. This is the part everybody expects, right? The sales part. But look where it falls in the scorecard. It comes after all the care and management. In a great relationship, these sales conversations are built on a foundation of trust that's already been earned. Yep, this is a sales pitch, no doubt about it. But when it comes after your agent has already checked in on your life changes and reviewed your plan, it doesn't feel like a cold call. It feels like a relevant suggestion from someone who gets your situation. And this is about keeping you in the loop. The insurance world changes and new products are developed all the time. A good agent acts like your personal scout, letting you know when there are new tools that could genuinely be a good fit for you. So, you've got these 8 types of contact. The researchers went out and asked a bunch of policyholders, how many of these do you remember happening in the last 2 years? And when they crunched the numbers, well, they found something pretty amazing. And here is the single most important takeaway. It wasn't just a hunch. The data proved it. There is a direct link. The more of these 8 contacts a client could recall, the more satisfied they were. And not just with their agent, they were happier with the policy itself. Meaningful contact actually builds confidence. And just look at this chart. I mean, the connection is so clear it practically jumps off the screen. Look at that gap. People with low contact reported low satisfaction. People with high contact reported high satisfaction. It's a powerful, direct correlation. That proactive, meaningful contact, it really is the secret ingredient. So, this is more than just a fascinating old study. It's a practical tool for you, right now. You can use this exact same framework to do a quick temperature check on your own relationship with your agent. So just ask yourself these 3 simple questions. Think back over the last couple of years. Has your agent reached out for something, anything other than a sales pitch? Have they checked in on the big changes in your life? And do you honestly feel like they're on your team, proactively looking out for you? Because at the end of the day, it all boils down to this one question. A transaction is a one-and-done event. A relationship is an ongoing partnership. This simple scorecard proves that the very best agents aren't just selling policies, they're building relationships. So which one do you have?